The Crimson Countess. Yorkshire, 1883. The wind howled over the bleak moors, where grey skies wept cold rain upon a landscape as lifeless as the dead. It was here, beneath the shadow of the craggy hills, that Belgrave Hall stood, its towering spires and ivy-covered stone defiant against time. The locals dared not speak of its mistress, Lady Evangeline Harrow, for fear that saying her name might summon her from the mist. Dr. Jonathan Mallory arrived at Belgrave Hall under orders. He was a young man fresh from Cambridge, idealistic and rational. He had read about hysteria and bloodletting, humors and leeches, but nothing in his training had prepared him for Belgrave. The letter had been terse. "My housekeeper is gravely ill. She requires urgent attention. You are to come alone. Lady Harrow." The butler, a stiff, silent man named Craik, greeted him at the iron gates with a lantern and no words. He led Jonathan through the rain and into the great hall, where the fire crackled weakly in a hearth far too large for such a small flame. "I wish to see the patient," Jonathan said. Craik gestured upward. He climbed the grand staircase and was led to a chamber heavy with the scent of lavender and decay. In the bed lay a woman of advanced years, her skin drawn and pale, her breathing shallow. Jonathan examined her and found no fever, no wound, no illness he could name. "She is wasting away," he murmured. "She has served the Countess for decades," Craik said from behind him. "Loyalty can be draining." Jonathan turned. "You mean emotionally?" But Craik was gone. "The lady appears." He first saw Lady Evangeline that evening, descending the stairs like a whisper in velvet. Her hair was black as ink, her skin porcelain, her eyes an unsettling crimson. She moved with ageless grace as though time had forgotten her. She could have been 30 or 300. "Dr. Mallory," she said, her voice honey and ash. "Do you believe in miracles?" He stiffened. "I believe in science, my lady." She smiled with pity. How quaint. They dined alone in a long hall where candlelight barely touched the ends of the table. She asked nothing of his life. She spoke only of the night, of poetry, of how death was not always an ending. Jonathan left the table with unease crawling down his spine. The secret below. On his third night, the storm knocked out the gas lamps. Belgrave Hall sank into a deeper darkness, one the fire could not pierce. Jonathan rose from his bed to check on the old housekeeper and found her gone. Her bed, empty. Her room, undisturbed. He followed a noise down into the cellar, a low thump, like something ancient and heavy being dragged. There, beneath the stone foundations, he found a door. Old oak, chained shut with silver links. And he heard a voice whisper his name from behind it. "Jonathan." It was not the housekeeper. The crimson truth. Lady Evangeline was waiting for him when he turned. "You were not meant to find this," she said softly. "What is this place?" he demanded. "What are you?" She stepped closer, her eyes glowing faintly red. "I am what you will be if you stay. I am eternity in velvet and silence. I am hunger and beauty and pain." And she bared her fangs. Jonathan stumbled back, heart thundering. "You feed on them. The servants. The housekeeper." She nodded. "They offer their years to me. Willingly. Loyalty has its price." He turned to run, but she was faster. Her hand gripped his wrist. "You are clever. Kind. I would keep you," she whispered. "Forever." The escape. Jonathan used his medical bag to blind her with a flash of silver nitrate. She hissed and recoiled. He fled through the halls, breaking mirrors behind him to scatter her reflection, to confuse her. At dawn he reached the gates. Craik watched him go, expression unreadable. "She let you leave?" he said. Jonathan paused. "Why?" Craik looked up at the sun breaking through the mist. "Perhaps she wanted you to return." Epilogue. Years passed. Jonathan never spoke of Belgrave Hall. He married, had children, grew gray. But some nights, when the wind howls just right, he dreams of a woman in crimson velvet standing outside his window, smiling through the glass. Waiting.